Brodie, first of all, congratulations. How does it feel to sit here today and be able to remove the interim tag and say that you are Cardiff Devils head coach?
Oh man, it's such an incredible feeling. This is kind of something that I've been striving to get to. I've been planning to become a coach at some point in my career, and although it didn't come the way I thought it would, obviously to be presented with an opportunity like this, with the organization, with the winning culture that Cardiff has, is so gratifying and exciting, and so many emotions come to mind. But I'm just overjoyed with excitement and ready to get things going, and really, really happy.
You've spoken previously of your desire to coach. Just give the fans a sense of how long and how much have you been preparing for this day?
I mean, I've always loved hockey. I knew it's something I wanted to be a part of. So, roughly probably 10 years ago, I've started journaling and just sort of jotting some notes down on things I liked and didn't like, and drills and that sort of thing. And, I got a lot more serious 3-4 years ago when I started putting stuff together and how I want to run things and preparing. And, I thought that was really essential to trying to separate myself from other candidates when I did decide to go into coaching. So I've been really well prepared. And like anything, you obviously don't know how it's going to go into practice. We have everything down in theory. How's it going to turn into practice? But I felt the strength of mine has always been communicating with the hockey club and communicating with my players, even as a leader on the team. So that would be a strong asset of mine. So I'm real excited, but I feel prepared. I feel ready. Obviously, a new coach, you're never done learning. So I will lean on. We have a great leadership team here. I will lean on them as well. But I'm really excited to get going and start next season.
As a player, you played across North America and Europe, played for some great coaches. Is there any that stand out that really helped you or inspired you to pursue the coaching career?
Well, I mean, there's obviously a number of great coaches, that I've played for, and there's not a single one, that necessarily had a great influence. When I played in Norfolk, there was Rob Fatorik, in junior, Kelly Kissio and Dave Lowry. My first year pro, Ken Jernander. So there's a number of guys that I've played for and had the pleasure of, watching how they operate, and I've kind of reflected back on them at times, and I reference them as well in terms of I've kept in contact. So whenever I had questions, I'd reach out to them, and I've kept that relationship open. So I've benefited from a lot of great coaches playing in some great organizations, and so I look to kind of use what I've gained from them and kind of apply that to how I want to coach and use that going forward as an asset.
Looking ahead to next season, we're in the room that you'll be running. Coming to the start of the season, what can fans expect from the first ever head coach Brodie Dupont team?
Well, I mean, obviously we had the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks of the season. That brand will be pretty similar. We will look to get a little bit heavier and work the offensive zone a little more and try to rag the puck a little more down low and be a little bit heavier and harder to play against in that area. Defensively, we want to be really solid where we're not in our D zone too long. We want to get the puck back and pursue pucks aggressively and intelligently, and so we can get the puck back up and break it out and get it up to our forwards. And we want to play with lots of speed, and with a puck possession game in terms of, that doesn't always mean turning back with the puck and stuff. When I look at puck possession, I look at, placing the puck in areas where we're going to get it back and sort of playing the probabilities and the percentage of how we're going to get the puck back. And so when we're defending, it's always a matter of how we're going to get the puck back quickly, and then we can turn it back up and get in the O zone. And you can play a lot of defense when you have the puck. It's a lot easier to play D with the puck. So I want to have the puck as much as possible. I want to be a heavy team down in the O zone so we can grind down teams and wear them down. And obviously, we want to reduce the amount of shots that we gave up this season. So that would be another area that we're going to focus on.
I was around the team a lot last year, and you seem to have a great rapport with the team, and even as their coach as well. Is that a philosophy of yours to try and make sure that players know that you're someone they can come to?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be new age athlete and just the type of person I am. It's always got to be an open door policy. I believe in complete transparency, in honesty, telling players where they are. You got to be clear, with what you expect. You have to be clear with, how they're playing. And players respect that. They may not agree with you, but they do respect the honesty and the communication part of things. And I know that's something that I always respected and wanted in my career, was, even though it was something I didn't want to hear, if it was from from the coach's heart, and that they care and they're trying to help, then you can go home and reflect and later realize that what, this is for the better of my development and for the team development. So my rapport with the team it's going to be a great one. I've obviously came from inside the room, and I came with that relationship. But to be fair, the transition wasn't as it was more seamless than I had also thought it would be. I attribute that to I feel like I've been a leader in the room for most of my career, and try to make the right decisions on and off the ice. And so, when you carry yourself in such a manner, I feel like once you get into the head coaching position, although more responsibility will be placed on me, that allows me to keep that rapport with the players and get them to get the best out of them on every single night.
When looking at your team for next season, what are the main characteristics that you expect each player to bring to make sure the entire team's pulling in the same direction?
Well, work ethic's going to be a given, but we expect everyone to have a certain level, a certain standard of play with, whether it's ragging the puck down low, buying into the team system. We're going to have a team-first mentality. We want to win cups here, and you can't go out on individual pages. We have to have a team-first mentality. So certain those things are going to be non-negotiable. And the players already know that. The players we want to surround ourselves with, and the guys we're actively recruiting and trying to re-sign are guys of that character. And we were fortunate this year to, when I came in, with 3 weeks to go in the season, the room we had, you can just feel they wanted to win. So we want to keep that tradition going, keep that culture going. And when you have a good group of guys, it does help a lot. So we're looking for character players, but yeah, the team structure is going to always stand out above everything. And then with that success, the players do realize there will be individual success, but once you win something, players want to come back, coaches want to come back, management everybody wants to win. So, that's a point of sort of recruitment that we want winners, and this organization expects winning. So we want to raise that bar and keep that tradition going.
For you personally as well, young coach, family man as well, knowing that you're staying put in the same town for another year, how important is that? Your kids go to school here and you just have that stability. How important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, the life we live, we choose this life, and we accept that, there are times you're going to have to move, sometimes more than other. You got to move more times than you would like. However, when an opportunity presents itself, sometimes you need to jump on it. I've been super blessed in my career where, I've been able to kind of hang around organizations for multiple years, at a time. And, coming here, like I said, I was coming to get the experience, signed on as a player assistant, and I never anticipated, this turning into what it has. I didn't anticipate, even maybe being here beyond 1 year, so the fact that my kids go to school and they love it, and my wife is super happy here. The city of Cardiff has been incredibly great to us. The people have been amazing. The fans are awesome. There were conversations where it would be nice to stay here. This is such a warm community that we wanted to stick around, and so we are kind of over the moon. But you never want to stay in a place. Comfort could be sometimes, not necessarily a great thing. So, you do want to stay kind of in that ambitious stage where, that is a perk, and, you're not here because of comfort. You definitely want to use that as a perk and drive you harder to make yourself successful and sort of add to the legacy that's already been built here. There's a lot of pride in this organization. So I'm excited to get going.
Finally then, plenty of Devils fans will be watching this. What would you say to them to get them excited for the start of next season?
Yeah, we're going to be an exciting brand of hockey. We got a great core coming back. We're working on signing some more guys. It's going to be an exciting brand, fast. Like I said, we want to get a little bit heavier, so we want to play a fast, physical style. And if you guys, want to come back and see that type of hockey, you know what? This will be the place to come to. And we want this place to be the hardest place to play in the league. We want teams to know when they come in here, not only are they contending with the players, but they got the hostility of the fans, and they have been a great army for us, and they always raise us up when we're feeling a little down. So we want them a part of it as much as we're a part of it, and they are. So we're excited.